Hello everyone, it's Richard Holtham here, and this is my injury blog. Yet again, as you can see, I'm out walking. Yes, you're probably going to get sick of me walking, looking down at the camera, looking very, very dark. Because the sky, well, it might be a bit brighter because the clouds have clouded over and it's very finely drizzling, well, very lightly finely drizzling. Try and say that after a pint of beer. Since I don't drink, that'll be quite difficult. Right, what's been happening? I haven't taken any painkillers today. Yes, I'm quite amazed at that. I'm glad about that actually. Still got pain, and in the same pain as I was when I was taking the painkillers, I'm just not taking the painkillers, so either the painkillers aren't arresting the type of pain I have, or I was in greater pain and I didn't realise. So, bonus. I have started getting feeling back between my two fingers, but it is pain. That's how I know I'm getting feeling back. I can now actually feel my thumb properly. So, I think I'm getting... My nerves are actually healing quite nicely. Still get oh gosh, what's it called? When you bang your elbow. Funny bone effect, you know, the really painful, burning, firing one, every so often in my left elbow. So I think that is still bruised. My underarm's still slightly bruised as well, probably from where they deadened my muscles, which didn't work as well as they probably hoped. Well, they said it was supposed to last 24 hours, it lasted about 4. Interesting things are happening today. Well, I've got a haematology today, unbeknown to me. Yesterday I got a letter saying, you have missed your haematology at Cone on the 20th of September. I went, no I haven't. They never gave me one. The reason why is the haematology for my blood at Burnley. They've done this a few times now. They are... I don't want to be rude, but they're very self-righteous. They think they're always right, and they know that you have to have that appointment then and you can't have it anywhere else. And if you change it, they get a bit naughty. Because when I went to get my injections, my heparin injections, they, without telling me, cancelled my INR, that's the blood rating, at Barnoldswick Clinic, where I normally do it. It's 2 minutes from walk, and re-put me into Burnley General, which is a 20-minute drive, one way. And it's terrible parking, it costs expensive, and unfortunately because my grandma has died, I can't park at her house anymore. So I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't drive because, ta-da! Yes, arm in a cast. And, sorry, flying the glasses in. So I told them, no, I'm sorry, I can't. Oh, can you make it into Carn? I said, no, I can't. I can only make it into Barnoldswick. And that's the date I've got in my book. It's the one which I'm very happy with. And it works very well for me. So can you please rebook it? She went, yes, I will. And that's the last I heard, until I got that letter yesterday. And as I said, they've done this a few times when they've tried to force me to have an appointment sometime else at some other place. I said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not. I can't. They always cancel the other appointment first before asking you. That's the worst thing about it. Now, they shouldn't do that. They should ask you first. And if they can't move you, then try and move somebody else. If that needs to be done. Or if it really can't be, then say, look, I'm sorry, but you really can't have that appointment. And then unbook it. They shouldn't unbook it, then book you into somewhere where you don't even know what's going on. And not even send anything out and to tell you. No text message, no letter, no email. It's easier nowadays to get people to give people a message than it has been for 100 years. Yet they didn't. And yet before all the emails and texts and stuff like that, I used to be contacted regularly by the INR clinic. Fantastic. By letter. Bureaucracy at its worst. Unfortunately, I don't think the head of haematology is as good as the old head of haematology, which I used to know, called Ted. He was fantastic. He ran a very tight ship and he was very friendly. Everyone loved him. Staff and patients alike. So this woman, since she's come in, it's not very good. So I had a fight with that. Phoned them up, left them a nasty message, because you can't get through to them now. You have to put a message on an answer machine for them to get back to you at their convenience when you're the person worrying. Patient satisfaction means nothing at Burnley. It's a good hospital, don't get me wrong, but sometimes they get some things very badly wrong. I know it doesn't exactly mean it's a bad as I said, it's not a bad hospital. It just means communications few and far between. So tried to work out with the haematologist at Burnley when to get an appointment, because he wants me to have an appointment this week. My standard haematologist called John, very nice guy, like him a lot. Unfortunately he's in the office this week, so he can't come out. So I'm having to have my blood taken by the nurse looking at my pocket watch, in about 45 minutes. So I'm going to do my walk and then go straight to there. And so that means I'm going to hand my yellow book in, which is my haematology book, my warfarin book, and probably wait back about 4 days to find out what's going on. By that time I could have already had an appointment with John. Yeah, go figure. Just doesn't work, because by the time I've had that, it will be next Tuesday when I get my result. The only reason why they want it now is if they find something erroneous, they can phone me up immediately and say, oh, take this dose. Which they should have been phoning me up anyway, to like say, you got an appointment. Right, well, rant over for now. Had to get Eleanor and Elizabeth ready to do it myself. Quite painful, kept twisting my hand trying to get clothes on, so it's a bit painful that way. Also, it was a bit of a rush because Eleanor goes to nursery on Wednesdays, so as soon as we got ready we had to walk to nursery. Went past her. I think they were just mopping up the remnants of a fire, the firemen. Burning plastic could be smelt. The girls loved it. And they'll still love it when they're older, because it'll be guys in uniforms. So, did that. Came home. Asked father-in-law about the washing machine. Says it could be the bushes. Something's come loose. Sounds like something's come loose, or something's got jammed in there, and the belt could have been broken. I personally think it could have been the belt, but the clanging and jamming I wasn't too sure about, so that's good to know. Trouble is, with one hand it's very hard to actually do a washing machine, because when you take the back off, it's all subcontained in one, and if you undo one of the springs, you need two hands to hold it up, because it's quite heavy and quite big. So I can't do that myself yet, so we're still at what to do. Last night though, I did have a shower. Yes, lo and behold, I did have a shower, and I washed our clothes whilst having the shower in the bottom of the bath. Put the plug in, put some washing powder in there, and shot grapes. Quite fun actually. bin bag over my left arm over my head, out sticking out the shower, stomping away. I bet if someone had seen that, other than actually being able to see that, they would have found it very humorous. Right, and then I've started another painting again, so that's 3, that'll be number 3. I'm planning to do the middle one of the last 2 I've done. Called The Covenant, part 1 and part 3. Part 2 hopefully is this one in the middle. I don't know how to actually finish it off, I don't know how to do the bold middle bit yet. So I'm waiting for inspiration on that, because I don't want to sit down and think about it, because I want these to be inspirational pieces where I'm inspired to do it. I've not planned anything apart from the colour scheme, and that's it. Sometimes it looks a bit garish to me, but that I never like my own work. No artist does. I've done the washing up. I did the washing up today, one-handed. Very difficult. I soaked the cutlery in very hot water, hot soapy water, all the way through it, and used a brush to try and chase the plates around the sink, one by one. I don't know how clean they are, but I've got it done, so it's a good achievement. Then after that I put a dishcloth in the main bowl, and one by one took the implements out and wiped them very heavily on the cloth, both sides. Tried to scrub some of them with between thumb and finger. So that was so far a success. I had to work out tea and this, and then basically I've got an afternoon to myself, thank goodness, because I could do the rest, because I am so tired. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning with some ideas, and I just led there and prayed and meditated on them. So hopefully you people out there will have been prayed for heavily. I have been watching last night and this morning I've been watching some Hearthstone, which is a game which is in closed beta, which basically means invite only to the game. It's a multiplayer, well, it's actually 1-on-1 over the internet. Trading card game. Free to play it will be, based on the world of Warcraft. And actually I do like the look of it, and I do like how it works, though you pick a class, like an occupation, to use, and it's got a set name and avatar picture. Now, it would be nice to see the ability to actually import pictures from your hard drive, or from actually in the game of your characters, to import them, so you can actually directly play your character. Importing directly from your hard drive can actually lead to misuse, rude items coming up. You don't really want that. So basically I would say only from in-game, even though I don't play World of Warcraft. I think that would be a nice touch. People will play it a lot more, because it gives the characters a personal feel. Perhaps they could do like what they do in EverQuest, where they've got a trading card game as well. You can actually gather cards off kills. Let's have a look. What other news is there? There's going to be a World of Warcraft movie. It's not going to be a CGI, computer generated one. Can't understand that, because their cutscenes are fantastic, very realistic. Probably takes a lot of time as well. That's probably why they want to go with actors instead of all of that stuff. But they still will have to have CGI in the film, so that doesn't make much sense. Colin Farrell is supposed to play the lead part. I don't know, hit and miss. I'm not sure. Not sure about the film. I'm a bit ambivalent about it. I do like the Warcraft series, the where it all originated from. It was just called Warcraft. There was Warcraft 1, 2, 3, and then an expansion on that called the Frozen Throne. Yeah, that's a bit hard to say as well, especially from the north. I played 1 and 2 to death, where it was a real-time strategy game where you planted down, use farmers to gather wood, mine, and if you recognise this, job done, then you'll know the game. And you fight against orcs, or you play orcs fighting against humans. And you create settlements, which create warriors, and then you send them out, and you get, lastly, well, I started in Warcraft 2, where you got heroes and you could send them out, and they were ultimately hard. I really enjoyed them. I do enjoy that type of series as well. 1 and 2 was sprite-based graphics, 2D top-down. Well, more isometric view of the sprites, the top-down map world view. Warcraft 3 was a 3D game that I didn't like the way the story went. I left it about 3/4 of the way through when the hero, who started off being a paladin, ended up turning to evil, and you end up having to kill and slaughter people. That didn't sit well with me. I've done games where you kill and slaughter, but it just felt really wrong playing that game and doing it, so I stopped it. Arthras, I think the character's name was. Anyway, so I never played Frozen Throne either, which was set in the tundra waste at the north. The graphic style radically changed then, which became what we now know, and a lot of people love or hate about Warcraft. I'm a bit ambivalent about it. I think it's way overused now in other genres, in other games. Everyone's trying to emulate the style. It's an easy style to use because it looks very, very detailed. The texture maps are very, very pretty. The polygon count's very, very low, but it still looks pretty, and that's the whole crux of it. It's a really nice looking game. It is actually, yeah, it is. I must admit, yes, it's a nice looking game. I love the graphics. I just don't like the character model where they've got 4 arms as big as the legs. So I just need to check the time again. It's 11 o'clock, so yes, I've got another 15 minutes before I have to turn back, so I can actually make the full 4 miles. The reason why they used that new type of style was they were bought out. I can't remember if Blizzard bought out Citadel Miniatures or Citadel Miniatures bought out Blizzard, or the people who actually did, I think it was Blizzard who did Warcraft 3. It was Games Workshop who did it, but they split. I think they split soon after doing it, but they kept the art style, and they wanted to use that type of game. From what I hear, the game was already in development. They just wanted a graphic style for it, and they actually put the like Warhammer-esque type graphics on it, and that's probably where StarCraft 2 got its basis from as well, because you can see a lot of parallels between Warhammer 40k and StarCraft 2 with the Terminators and Tyranids. So that's a little bit of useless knowledge there. Other games I've been looking at, there's one I've seen which is on Kickstarter at the moment. It's I think it's called Adventure OS. Looks intriguing. It's a 2.5D side scroller where it takes your system folder. Now listen carefully, people going, no, a game takes hold of my computer, never! No, it doesn't take any information, and what it does is it looks at the folder structure takes a snapshot of all the folders, only using the extensions at the end of the files, like TXTs, XLXs, documents, JPEGs, PSDs, PDFs, things like that, and then it converts those into levels, where each layer of a folder, like the base one is your root folder, that's your systems folder, that would be level 1, whereas every other folder in there would be a doorway to a different level, and all the other files in it would be monsters and NPCs. TXT files are all NPCs that you have to be rescued, and all the other items on it any kind of zip file, 7Z files, RAR files, they get combined into being chests. For the more they get combined together, the better the chest. All the other items get turned into very cleverly, into creatures which you've got to defeat. And I like that. I like that they use your hard drive to create your own game. It's news. Now, with people which don't have very big hard drives or don't have many items on the computer, that will probably be rather small. It'll be a small game. So I don't know how they're going to get around that. But it will be interesting to look at it. I'm not too sure about the art style of the game. It's very cheesily done. But the premise of the game speaks volumes. It's innovation of the indie. Again, indie game developments are fantastic. They will take something normal and turn it on its head. That's what we want to see. We want to see innovation. We don't want to see these big mega conglomerates throwing out the same game again and again and again. And yes, I know Grand Theft Auto 5 is out, yes, but it's the same type of game. It really is. Anything else, all that is in there is, it's a violent version of The Sims. It's a game of metagames. Of metagames of metagames. If you took out all the minigames that you could do in Grand Theft Auto 5, the game would be a boring shoot 'em up. And that's about it. Everything else is a minigame. But there are some people out there which think games are minigames anyway. Every time you do something different, it's a minigame on the game. But that's neither here nor there, and we haven't really got time to talk about that now. I've been going on way too long as it is, and you're probably all bored stiff. So, what have I got planned later on today? Let's think. I'm going to watch some TV. I'm going to watch some love films, I think, or watch a DVD, which I've been holding a few of them to watch in this time. Or I may play some more of Might of Magic 1. I'm getting quite not that far into it yet, actually. It could take ages to play that game. But I'd like to get a bit farther, because I'd like to go and progress to the other ones, which are a bit more detailed, a bit more graphic intensive to hook my teeth into. But I'm enjoying the mapping, the recording of the creatures and items, something that I always used to enjoy when I was a lad. So that's good. Victoria's creating a cake for her work fellows. Yes, I won't be able to eat it. I need to buy some buttercream for her. I should remember that. It's going to be a banana cake, which is even worse because I love banana cake. So I am going to attempt to try and make my own tonight. And cook it in our new microwave combination, conventional spaceship type microwave thingy. Yes. And probably burn it. But I want to give it a go. There's no point in having something if you don't use it. Anything else interesting to say. I'm glad my arm isn't expanding at the moment because I could be in a lot of pain without any painkillers. Well, thank you for all the love and support from everybody. It does mean an awful lot. And I think, dodging branches. I'm gonna stop it there. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd like to thank you all for your prayers, your thoughts, your good vibes, and your time. And this is Richard Holton, signing off. Stay safe.